Why are you lying? I'm definitely not lying. I got divorced about a year and a half ago now. Let's see, August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, I've been divorced now for a year and a half. So I've definitely gone on dates and I've seen people, but I wouldn't say anybody as far as dating goes. Like, I'm sorry, I guess I've technically dated, but relationship, no one has sat me down and has said, like, I'm serious about you. I would love for you to be my girlfriend. I want to figure out how to do this thing called life together. No one's asked me that, so it's okay though. It's okay because we are doing the single life. And honestly, I don't mind being single for right now because I enjoy traveling and stuff, and I just feel like if I got in a relationship right now that I wouldn't be able to travel freely like I do. And yeah, I feel like that was a big part of why I left my last relationship. So if I was 40 years younger, I'd say hello. Say hi now. Don't be shy. I hate when older men say that because I'm like, listen, closed mouths don't get fed. Richard, how much do you weigh now? I want you to guess. I love your look. You're very beautiful. Thanks. Why didn't your marriage work out if you don't mind me asking? It's not like it didn't really work out. After I got married, I was married at 28. And I just realized that for that part of my life, it just wasn't good. I mean, I didn't have like a full-on marriage either. It's not like we paid hundreds of thousands of dollars for a wedding. We literally eloped on the beach for like $500. So, you know what I mean? Like, it felt pretty low stakes to me. It wasn't like this big marriage. I mean, listen, I take my vows seriously, but as far as the wedding planning, like, our families weren't there. Nobody was there when I bought a wedding dress. It was literally, you know what I mean? It was just different. So, I don't know. Like, I really regret it. I think in the moment we loved each other so much to get married. A relationship should be, and I think you can honor what was with a person, but also recognize that, like, just because you make a commitment or you decide to do something with someone, things happen, people change, circumstances change, and then maybe you don't want to do it with them anymore. And I don't know. I feel like marriage is definitely like a religious thing, but for me, it's more like this symbolism behind it, right? Of just like we're uniting as one and we're gonna try to take on the world together. But then I don't know, I just felt like I couldn't be the type of wife that he was maybe looking for at the time, and I didn't want to have to feel that type of pressure straight up. I was not about to pressure myself to change or to have to do things that I didn't really necessarily felt like were aligning with me at that time. And honestly, I'm a Scorpio. Like, I think I just thrive on my own. I really think that I'm just born to be kind of more of a lone wolf. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because the relationship wasn't the right one for me that I felt that way. And maybe if I meet the right person, I'll change. But I feel like I'm so much more efficient and healthier when I'm not with anyone. When I just have time to like focus on myself, I feel like I'm in such a healthier mind space, because I feel like relationships can be kind of draining, especially when you're like me and you always put the person before yourself. Like, you know, always making sure their needs are met over mine. And finally, you know, stepping outside of that, now I get to meet my own needs. So you can find me on everything, Alex, A-L-E-X, and then Aspasia, and that's how you spell it. Hold on. Up here. I can't. There. That's how you spell it. I don't know. Maybe it's just because my marriage and divorce was so easy. Like, we didn't have a whole back and forth, like, we're gonna go after alimony and this and that. It was literally like they have it's like a expedited version to get divorced, and basically both parties are like, we're not gonna try to sue each other for like alimony and whatnot. We're gonna try to like come after each other for stuff like that, or like sue, or it's like the cheapest divorce you can get. I was married for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Just about 2 years. And I was in that relationship for, I think, about 6 in total. So we dated for 4, and then we married for 2, and then, yeah. And this is like the first time that I've been single since like my early 20s, really. Like, I was in a pretty long-term relationship from 18 to 24, 25. And then I had about that 24, 25, that year off. And then that's when I met my last person. And then I was with him from like 25 to like about 30. And then, yeah, maybe like 30 and a half. And then, yeah, since then I've been single. I'm 32 now. So this is the first time I'm kind of like dating, and it's weird. And I feel like it's a weird time to date because I feel like because I didn't really date around in my 20s, everyone talks about how shitty dating is. And yes, user 269, that's correct. You can find me everywhere, just look me up. But yeah, I feel like this is the first time I'm dating, and I guess it's a weird age to be out and dating again, because it's like, you know, I feel like I'm 32 now, like I'm older than my 20s now, so obviously I know a little bit more about what I want and what I'm willing to settle with and whatnot. And it's a weird age to be dating because I feel like a lot of people are married, and I feel like a lot of the people who are not are either looking for their partner or they're prioritizing like their career or something, or they may already have a kid. Which the only way that I would consider dating somebody who has a kid is if it's an older man. So he'd need to be like at least like 50 or 60, and he has older children. Like if his children were like, you know, 18, 20, like out of the house old, I wouldn't care if he had children. But yeah, personally for me, I'm not trying to be in a relationship with someone who has like a young child. And yeah. Thank you, DJ Big Joe. Paris right now talking about getting ready, going out, night on the town and Paris on a Friday. And I could have stayed in Europe and I could have done New Year's and stuff with them, but I chose to just come home. So, you like men younger than you or older than you? I prefer either my age or older. I will say I am seeing a guy right now who is 2 years younger than me, so I think that's kind of the limit, because at least like it doesn't, well, I guess technically he's like a year and a half younger than me. So that's easy because it's like obviously like we're very close to similar in age and responsibility right now, but I don't know if I could go any younger than that. It was just, I don't know. Which a lot of my friends are in their 30s, and they've like been hooking up with guys who are like 22, 23, and I mean, good for them. I personally don't know how they can do it. I would feel wrong. I don't know. 23 is just like, I think about 23, I'm like, damn, that's a lot younger than me. That's like 9 years younger than me. And I just feel like, what would we even have in common at that point, you know? And it kind of gives me the ick that like someone dated me when I was 17 and they were 30, because I'm just thinking like, how is that even allowed then? And why the hell would a 30-year-old date a 17-year-old? What do they even have in common? How weird, right? But yeah, right now I am single as a Pringle, so living that good single life. Write down in the comments below if you're single. What do I look for in a guy? Well, I've been here for 2 seconds and I'm in love. What do I look for in a guy? I like fun people, you know? I like people who want to go out and try new foods, who are gonna be open to booking a ticket with me if I'm like, hey, do you want to go here and travel? I like someone who I'm just very go with the flow person. There is no pressure. I don't want to be in a pressure relationship. You know, like I just want the person to have their own schedule and things they're doing, and then we can just kind of mesh and like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to, I don't want like high pressure person that's like trying to wake me up early in the morning, and someone who's telling me I have to go to bed with them at night, because it's like, I'm a night owl and I just don't want to have to feel pressure of like having to sleep with someone, if I can't fall asleep, like I want to be able to just like get up and go sit in the living room and watch TV and stuff at night, and then come cuddle late at night whenever I'm tired and I feel like it, you know. I don't know, as you can tell, that's been an issue in my past relationship, and I just think like how weird to get mad at somebody for what time they go to bed, you know. It's like that's not fun for me. So but yeah, just like somebody funny, just go with the flow, laid back, just someone very similar to me. I'm just a very laid back person. I mean, I get my work done, I make my money, I pay my bills, I keep to myself, and then I travel. Whenever I'm bored and, you know, I'm tired of sitting at home and working, I'm like, all right, I'll book a little trip somewhere, and then I get to go have fun and make my little content and stuff. And then when it's time to put my head down again and get focused to, you know, making money, working, going to the doctor, you know, checking up appointments, making sure I'm good, going to hair appointments, nail appointments, spray tan, getting all my maintenance stuff out of the way, getting all my clothing shipments in for the month with all the different brands I work with, making sure that, you know, I'm getting everything planned. And then once everything kind of looks good for the month, I kind of pick out where I want to go travel. And that's just kind of been like my life. So what's subs? I don't know what that is. What does that mean? Be sure if you're in my life to follow me. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. What the hell is this? Sorry.